So any questions from previous classes? Okay. Now let's do this. I have my Azure and on-premises. And how you are communicating these two network? So by configuring the site-to-site tunnel, right? Configure the site-to-site tunnel. Site-to-site to make sure to communicate from on-premises to the Azure. Assume this. If you use VPN gateway, now the question is, if you use this, by defaultly Microsoft will take care about all the connectivities and routing the traffic to the all the virtual network and associated subnets. Virtual network and associated subnets. By default, Azure will take care about it. Now assume here you are not using VPN gateway, else you use NVA, network virtual appliance, your own appliance. Vice versa, either in on-premises, either in Azure. Any site, whether in on-premises you are using NVA third-party tool, else if you are not IKE V2, not IKE V2. If you use the IKE V2, again it supports the Microsoft Azure. Directly Microsoft will take care of routing your traffic into the all the network and the associated subnets, right? Else you are using NVA in cloud as well. Why? Because there are different issues. So you might have already some third parties license of the Cisco. So you don't want to spend money over the cloud using the VPN gateways and all. That could be the reason you could use your third party tool called as a NVA. Then if you use any third party tool, how does Microsoft know that what is the traffic you have to be routed? Getting it or not? So if you use the Microsoft tool, then Microsoft allows you to route the traffic into the on-premises to the cloud through your virtual network and subnets which is under the particular virtual network. How it is possible? When you use any third-party routers, whether you Cisco or Barracuda, whatever it may be, it's completely third-party tools. So in that scenario, there is a concept called route table. Route table is nothing but you are overwrite your traffic with the default traffic. What is the default traffic? Microsoft traffic. You are overwriting your own traffic table routing IP addresses with the default one to manually route your traffic from on-premises to the cloud. It is only applicable for when you are using the third-party tools. When you are using the we Azure solutions for the routing the traffic, you don't need to worry about this. When you are using the NVA network virtual appliance is either on premises, either in the cloud, vice versa, you must have this route tables. You have to configure your route table. Else, if you are using the any third-party tool, if you don't configure the route table, Microsoft doesn't understand how where to route the traffic. Getting it or not? So, if it is using Azure VPN gateways and all, then Microsoft directly will take care about the routing to your all the resources. I mean to say all your virtual networks and your all the subnets under the particular machines. Let's see here. Go to the portal.
So Linux are used, third party use now is also use.
That is the thing. See, that was if you are using already having some license, Cisco licenses ఉన్నాయి మీకు. So you don't want to spend money on Azure licenses. You would like to continue with the existing Cisco license of your routing, your routers. Else, Azure, as I said earlier, Azure only supports IKE v2. If customer do not have this IKE v2 version devices, he is already using some other routing other than IKE v2. Still, you would like to use the cloud. Then these kind of scenarios, you do use the NVS, network virtual appliance. So network virtual appliance is nothing but a virtual machine, which is a virtual machine which contains the routing capabilities. Whether you can use Cisco, Barracuda, we have already shown that. So these are all the devices. Let's assume that you would like to use the Cisco ASR. You have to use this NVA. You don't have any option. This is the third party one again. It supports by Microsoft. When you support Microsoft, then you have to use the route table. You have manually routing the traffic. You mean to say you are overriding Microsoft traffic. So when you use Azure VPN gateways, by default Azure will take care about the routing. When you use your network virtual appliance, you have to override it. Until unless Microsoft do not understand why, because you are using the third party one. So these are all the supported devices. You can use any one of the device as a NVA, network virtual appliance, as third party. Let's see. Go to your network. This is my NIC card. Here you see the effective routes. Once you use Azure VPN gateways, these effective routes will be managed by Microsoft itself. If you remember, we never created these routes. By default, it is created. Let's see what are the IP addresses by default allow for your network. Meanwhile, write down what is the user route table. Azure automatically routes the traffic Azure automatically routes the traffic between all the subnets, within the virtual network by default. When you use Azure VPN gateways, you can create your own route. You can create your own routes.
మనం అక్కడ అప్లోడ్ చేయాలి సార్ మనం చెప్పినట్టు.
మనం route tables create చేసి we have to attach to your subnet, then only it will automatically, which is the IP address you are trying to communicate from your on-premises, it will directly route to your particular subnets. Your own routes to override Azure default routing. Azure default routing using route tables.
Route tables means what it will do.
Route table will override a Microsoft default traffic.
This will take.
Yeah. Instead of Microsoft default routing, your route table will take care about the routing the traffic between the subnets and the devices. If you don't have NVA, you no need to worry about the route table. By defaultly, Azure will take care about the routing between all the subnets and the devices. I will show you this. This is loading continuously. Okay, here I will show you. So this is the default routing. These things. What is the default? 0, 10, 172, 172, 100. By defaultly, these address prefixes of IP address we never created, if you remember. By default, it will be taken care and given the allow the traffic to allow your subnets and virtual networks by default. Whereas coming to see this last one, manual table I have created. Which one? NVA. That is your virtual machine. Manually I am routing to this NVA. This NVA will distribute into the multiple virtual networks and the subnets. Okay, when you see these are all the virtual network, internet, none, not associated. Directly routing the traffic to all the subnets and the virtual machines. Yes, see. If you remember, we never created these IP addresses to allow to your subnets and the virtual networks. By default created under the effective routes. By default it is created by the Microsoft. Now you want to override it. Override eppudu chestaru meeru when you use the network virtual appliance. If you use the Microsoft VPN gateways, you no need to do it. Why? Because Microsoft will take care about all this routing. Okay. For that, just go to all services. User routing or route table, any which is fine. The route tables. So as of now, we don't have any route tables. Why? Because we are not have any network virtual appliance. Just add. It is a very important until unless if you don't use any third party. If you use third party, it is mandatory. You have to write your own route table and allow the traffic to go via this route table. How do you allow? I will show you.
This will be useful for on-premises to Azure.
Azure, vice versa. ఇది ఎక్కడ అంటే, see, you can use the third party tool either here, anywhere. But either anywhere, if you use any third party tool, you must use this route table. నేనేమంటున్నా అంటే, if you are on premises, if you use the Azure supported device on the on premises, your VPN gateways will route the traffic. If you don't know that, Azure doesn't understand that. That could be the reason you are creating your own route table to override the default tables, to override the default routing. So default routing and ఇప్పుడు చూసారు కదా, అది default routing. You want to override it. అంటే how do you override? By creating manually the routing, you can override the Azure default routings. CP routes, select the subscription, resource group, location. See, virtual network gateway route propagation enabled. Okay, if you say disable, no need. So you don't have at least VPN gateway. So the traffic which is coming from the virtual network gateway to your NVA or from on premises. మీరు బ్లైండ్ గా ఒకటే గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, దట్ ఈస్ ద thumb rule. When you use any NVS, you have to use the route table. That's it. That NVA could be either on premises, either cloud. It doesn't matter, you have to use the route table. So this is the route table. Just now we need to configure the route table. So as of now, don't have any routes associated with it. It's a blank. Just go to the routes. So you don't have, just add your route. The route is nothing but it will ask you that where I need to route this traffic, whether you have the virtual appliance, whether you have the virtual network, whether you have the VPN gateway, whether you have to route. That I will show you. Route name, LCP route, address prefix. What is the address of, what is the prefix address of your on premises, from where you are trying to hit this application, hit your appliances? 192.168. What is the prefix? Prefix ante ide ikkada varaku. So next hop is nothing but what is the destination from this route table, where you want to hit, where you want to send the traffic. That is the next hop. The next hop is, see, your NVA. It could be your NVA, that is a virtual appliance, that could be your internet, that could be your virtual network, that could be your VPN gateway. Where you want to hit this? As of now, I don't have NVA, so I have network. I am overriding default routing with Microsoft default routing. I am overriding with my own routing to my virtual network. Now just
where we will use any Cisco?
అందుకే ఇప్పుడు I don't select the network virtual appliance. I am routing the I am defaultly overriding the table with the network. See, this is the route table. What is the next hop? Go and hit into your virtual network. So now, what are the subnets under the virtual network? So here you have to select what is your VNet. My VNet is, where is your virtual machine under this? Hell.
సార్ ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఇప్పుడు ఒక డేటా సెంటరే చెప్పారు. ఇప్పుడు వేరే బెంగళూరు లొకేషన్ ఉంది అనుకోండి, అప్పుడు వేరే ఇంకొకటి
మీరు ఎన్ని route tables అయినా create చేసుకోవచ్చు. Else, if you have the multiple virtual networks, under one table you can add multiple virtual networks. అది కూడా option. It is only not only for one VNet. And using one route table, you may have the multiple next hops. One route can be to your VNet, another route can be your VPN gateway, whatever it may be. ఇది ఏ సినారియోలో వాడతాము? అలానే కాదు, ఇప్పుడు ఆన్ ప్రెమిసెస్ లో నీకు ఎన్విఏ ఉంది. హౌ డస్ అజూర్ విపిఎన్ నోస్ దట్ యువర్ పర్టికులర్ ట్రాఫిక్ షుడ్ రౌట్ టు యువర్ విర్చువల్ నెట్వర్క్? సో ఇప్పుడు నా కేసులో నేనేం చేస్తాను, ద ఎన్విఏ ఈజ్ ఇన్ ద ఆన్ ప్రెమిసెస్. Now I am routing the traffic to via VPN gateway to Azure Virtual Network. I am overriding with the Azure default routing using the route table. So ఇక్కడ I am using the NVE అనుకో, అప్పుడు what I have to do? Very simple. ఇప్పుడు మీరే చూసారు. అప్పుడు ఉంటే నేను ఏం చేయాలి? In the next hop లో ఏం సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకోవాలి? నేను virtual appliance సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకోవాలి. I'll show you. Let's go to the routes. So అప్పుడు నేను ఆన్ ప్రెమిస్ విర్చువల్ నెట్వర్క్ సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకున్నాను. అర్థమవుతుందా? సో ఆన్ ప్రెమిసెస్ లో ఎన్విఏ ఉంది కాబట్టి టు రౌట్ దిస్ the traffic which is coming from your on premises NVE, I would like to override with the default routing. So that could be the reason నేను ఎక్కడికి రౌట్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నాను, to my virtual network. Else you have your VPN, the network secure and network virtual appliance over the cloud. Then అప్పుడు నేను ఏం సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకోవాలి? virtual appliance. See, what is the next hub? What is the virtual appliance public IP address? అర్థమవుతుందా? This is how you can override your traffic with the Microsoft default traffic. Now Now what I am doing, what are the traffic coming from this IP address, just directly allow to this virtual network. Now it will ask you that what is your VNet? Which virtual network I would like, you should allow this traffic which is coming from the 190 to 168 prefix. So select the subnet. Under that, what is your VNet? This is the VNet. So default subnet. Just add. ఈ default subnet లో ఏమున్నాయి? I have multiple virtual machines. Okay. Now just go to the effective routes. See, as of now, no effective routes. Why? Because this is the user created effective route. That could be the reason there is no default routings which you see all this. Even that is a default. If you see that source is the default. Now what I have to do? Under this subnet, default subnet, what is your interface? I mean to say, what is your VM? Now you will see the default routing with overwritten table. Now you can directly say that as a blindly that the traffic which is coming from 190 to 168 directly routes the traffic to your particular virtual machine. That's it. So just remember, what is the NIC card? This is one Windows 0164. That is the network interface NIC card of that particular VM.
How to override all VMs in this particular subnet?
You have to manually attach one by one.
But it is taking only single VM.
That's what you have to attach one by one. ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తారు, ఇక్కడ సబ్నెట్స్ ఉంది కదా, ఇక్కడ రౌట్స్ ఉంది కదా, యూ కెన్ కాన్ఫిగర్ మల్టిపుల్ రౌట్స్ అండర్ వన్ టేబుల్. Just if you attach to the directly it will attach to the all the virtual machines one by one which is under the subnet. Meanwhile, write these default routing tables. This is the default IP addresses which is allowed by the Microsoft. So you are overriding with your own IP address prefix with the default ones. The default ones are 0, 10, 172, 192, 100. These are all the default IP addresses which is allowed for by default by the Azure. అర్థమైంది? ఎనీ కన్ఫ్యూజన్ హియర్? కొంచెం కాంప్లికేటెడ్గా ఉంటుంది. లెట్ మీ నో ఇఫ్ యు డోంట్ అండర్స్టాండ్. See. So now you have done with the user. Now you have overwritten it. So what is your virtual appliance? What is your NIC card? Windows 0164, right? Now go back to show artworks. This one, right? This is your NIC card. Okay. Go to IP configuration. Here you have to allow this IP forward until unless it cannot access the particular 192.168 IPs cannot hit your network interface. That's it. That's it. Now you can able to route the traffic which is coming from the 192.168 to this virtual network. So this is a one way. Now assume that I am using the NVA here in my on-premises. Okay, this is the on-premises having the Cisco. Assume it Cisco router. That is the IP address of 192.168.10.20. That is the IP address of my NVA. Now what you could do, just using this NVA you can hit the virtual network. When the traffic is going back to your on-premises, how does Microsoft know that where to send the traffic? What is the destination traffic? It doesn't understand. Getting it or not? It doesn't understand. Why? Because you are not using Microsoft recommended device in your on-premises. Right? In this scenario, how does Microsoft understand? Microsoft never understand that. What is your on-premises destination? In that scenario, what I have to do? I could use your virtual appliance. What is the IP address? 192.168.10.20. Now you understand it, how it works. Okay. IP at the same range లో ఉంది అందుకు process లో పెట్టుకుంటాం. This of the next hop. This can be set only when the next hop type is. Why? Because it is saying that we don't have a virtual appliance. When once you deploy the virtual appliance, then you could get that IP, then you need to allow it. So Default మనం ఏం చేస్తాం, when you have your on-premises virtual appliance, you could give the public IP address of the next hop. So once you route back your traffic from Azure to on-premises, your Azure understand that, oh, I have to send the destination to this virtual network appliance, from this to all your virtual machines from the on-premises. Understand that? So this is how the route tables will be work to override default Microsoft routes. So very simple. Either in your on-premises, either in your cloud, if you are using any third-party tool, route or any third-party routers, we must use the route tables to override Microsoft default routing. Very simple. Okay. Now let's go back and see that. So we have already configured it. Just forget this. VNet, right? This is our subnet default subnet. So click it. If you see that route table ఇక్కడ ఉంటుంది చూడండి, default is వచ్చేసింది. Why? Because the route table associated to this subnet. Okay, we will talk about later what is this service endpoints, what is the use of it.
ఇది రేర్ కేస్
With rare cases.
ఓకే.
Okay. That's what rare case in the sense when you use any third party routers, we have to use this. ఎందుకంటే మీ థర్డ్ పార్టీ రౌట్స్ థర్డ్ పార్టీ రౌటర్స్ వాడినప్పుడు మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్ డజంట్ నో దట్, రైట్? యూ హ్యావ్ టు టెల్ ఇట్. హౌ యూ ఆర్ టెల్లింగ్ టు దట్? బై క్రియేటింగ్ ద route table. Very simple. Clear? So we have almost done with the networking. The rest of the concepts which I said we will cover in the later classes one by one, based on that availability, based on that importance of that. We will, so we have service endpoints. Once you go to the networking, you could see the service endpoint. So when we say PaaS services, when you talk about the PaaS services, this service endpoint will come. We have almost done with that. When we talk about security, when we have separate class for the security, we will talk about this security. So firewall, DDoS attack, we have the DDoS protection. We already talked about basic and standard. Once you say the standard, automatically it will give all the analytics about this your DDoS attacks, and we will give the graphical way. If you use the basic one, it just predict, that's it. You don't give the any logs of your DDoS attacks. Coming to the firewall, again you can use any third party firewalls to allow or to particularly protect your all the traffic. Then this is how we have almost all the done these things. Okay, so now I have one question. If your site to site connection is not working properly, I mean to say you are not able to connect from the on-premises to the cloud, how do you start troubleshooting? How do you know that what went wrong? How do you identify the issue? Let's assume that you have the site to site. Just go back to your virtual networks. Okay, VPN gateways. Okay, so your local network gateway and VPN gateway, how do you troubleshoot it? How do you understand that there is a particular issue? Due to this issue my site to site is not working? How do you understand this? How do you start troubleshooting? How do you generate the, how do you understand the logs, where the logs will be stored, all these things? For this we have a concept called Azure Network Watcher. Azure Network Watcher. So this Azure Network Watcher completely is used to monitor and troubleshoot your all the network issues. వేరే ఏమి చేయదు ఇది. It only used to troubleshoot your network issues irrespective of express route, network security groups, virtual networks, subnets, VPN gateways. అన్ని ఇక్కడ మీరు troubleshoot చేయొచ్చు. I mean to say troubleshoot in the sense it will identify, it will tell you that where it went wrong exactly. Based on that you have to do it. Azure Network Watcher doesn't resolve your issues. It will give you the logs. Based on the logs you have to resolve the issue. Okay. So basically Azure Network Watcher is a regional tool. What do you mean by the regional tool? Regional service, I mean to say. Exactly. Why? Because your IP addresses only regional IP addresses you need to use, right? So that could be the reason your Azure Network Watcher also the regional tool, regional service. So you have 30 regions. Where is your IP addresses? It is allowed in, enabled in Central US. Canada Central. See, your route table is your Network Watcher regional service is enabled for the Central Canada. Now you have to enable it. Just go on this, click it, disable. If you want to enable, just say enable. That's it. Based on your region, you have to enable it. That's it. Enable different regions. Let's assume that you are completely all your virtual networks running in the South India. You have to only enable the South India. That's it. Okay. Then topology. What do you mean by the topology? Basically, if you talk in a layman terms, what do you mean by topology? Topology is nothing but high level diagram. Hierarchy and high level diagram. What is your subscription? What is your VNet? That is the high level topology. It will give you that under one VNet how many network security groups you have created, how many NSGs are there, how many NICs associated with that. This is the high level overview.
మీరు ఒకసారి చూపించారు అలా
అది మనం డిజైన్ చేసింది. దట్ ఇస్ ఆర్కిటెక్చర్. దట్ ఇస్ అ డిఫరెంట్ వన్. దట్ ఈస్ ఆర్కిటెక్చర్. I will show you. So once it is completed, I will show you the network architecture. మీరు ఎలా డిజైన్ చేయాలి. సో నెట్ ఆర్కిటెక్ట్ ఎప్పుడు అవుతారు మీరు? వన్స్ యూ హ్యావ్ థరోలీ అండర్స్టాండ్ ఆల్ ద ఫీచర్స్. సో ఆర్కిటెక్ట్ చేసినప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తుంటే యూ హ్యావ్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్ యువర్ కస్టమర్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్. బేస్డ్ ఆన్ దట్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు డిజైన్ హౌ ఇట్ షుడ్ బి ఇన్ అ క్లౌడ్. Okay, so this is the high level topology. So connection monitor. So here you can understand that what is the connections properly available or not. So just add here subscription virtual machine. So particularly if you have any issue with your network with your particular virtual machine, let's assume that among these 5 members, 4 members can able to access your machine except one guy. Then how do you identify that issue? Here you need to give the virtual machine. Then select the virtual machine destination. What is the port? 3389. Now just add. Now it will generate the logs. And it will identify, it will tell you that due to this particular issue, you are unable to connect to this virtual machine.
But you are giving two machines.
That is the source and destination. Source and destination. Let's assume that you have two VMs. This is the source and the left side is the source and right side is the destination. When you try to hit from left side virtual machine to right side virtual machine, which does not allow, then you would like to identify what could be the issue. You can add. Okay. So when you want to network performance, you want to identify what is the bandwidth, whether you are particularly utilizing the bandwidth of the created VPN gateways or networks. So here you can add it. So NPM is nothing but network performance monitoring. So then you need to attach you to the log analytics. I will tell you what is the log analytics and what is the importance of it, how it will be useful for your monitoring of the solutions when you talk about particularly monitoring, virtual machines monitoring, DVs monitoring, container monitoring. We have a separate session for the monitoring. We will see all of these things. But as of now, just imagine that using this network monitoring, you can able to identify. మీరు నెట్వర్క్ మానిటరింగ్ చేయాలంటే ఇక్కడ వరకు కూడా అవసరం లేదు. జస్ట్ వెరీ సింపుల్. జస్ట్ గో బ్యాక్ టు యువర్ VNet for the monitoring purpose, I could say. Scroll down here. Connection monitoring. అగైన్ మీరు అక్కడ ఏదైతే ఉందో ఇక్కడ సేమ్ వస్తుంది అదే నెట్వర్క్ వాచ్. ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఇక్కడ ఇది సెలెక్ట్ చేశారు అనుకోండి, డిఫాల్ట్ గా ఇట్ గోస్ టు ద నెట్వర్క్ వాచర్ ఉంది. See now it is generating the logs. Add diagnostic settings. ఇక్కడ మీరు చేసుకున్న కూడా ఇట్ ఈస్ డైరెక్ట్లీ అసోసియేటెడ్ టు యువర్ నెట్వర్క్ వాచర్. సేమ్ అక్కడ టోపాలజీలో ఏమొస్తుందో ఇక్కడ కూడా అదే ఉంటుంది. Either you can use from here or there for your VNet purpose. Now so what do you mean by the IP verify flow? So what are the packet is allowing, what is the packet is denying? Packet is nothing but your network traffic. What is the from the traffic which is coming from your on-premises and heading to your Azure network? Which traffic is allowing, which traffic is denying? If you would like to identify, then we do use IP flow verify. Using this IP flow verify, so what is your virtual machine? What is the network interface? What is the protocol type? So whether what is your IP address which you are trying to hit from your on-premises, and just say check, it will generate the logs. So based on this log, you have to identify what could be the wrong with that. So my local IP, this is the local machine, 13389. Now remote IP, where you are hitting? What is your on-premises machine IP address? So what is the port again? 338. Now you can check. So now it will tell you that whether you have success connectivity or not. If you have any issue with the connection between this on-premises IP address which you are hitting to this particular virtual machine, it will tell you that due to this particular issue you are unable to access this machine. This is how you can able to troubleshoot the virtual machines IP verify flow using the IP verify flow. IP verify flow is the capable to know that which packet is allowing, which packet is denying, which is coming from the on-premises.
Basically, this network.
See, access allowed, no issue. If you have any issue, directly it will tell you that due to this issue you are unable to access this machine. So sometimes you could see, you could get the in real time, you will get network issues. If you want to troubleshoot, you must use the network watcher.
It is only for on-premises to this one or anything it will do.
Anything and
ఒక data center నుంచి ఇంకో data center.
that can be also done. Not only from on-premises to Azure to Azure also works, but it doesn't go for the cross clouds. Like if you want to
Google
check
Cloud.
with the Google Cloud or AWS, it doesn't allow. So from Azure to Azure, on-premises to Azure, it works. Okay. So coming to the next hub. Next hub is nothing but what is your destination. Whether your next IP address is going to hit your destination or not. If you would like to generate the logs, just you can check the next hub. It will give you all the in detail logs about it. Effective routes, effective security rules. What is this? NSG, network security group. Based on your network security groups, the traffic is allowed to the particular destination or not. It can be, it will be listed down here. So what is your machine? Yes. Is there an associated energy with that? It will give you. See, now it is loading all the network effective security rules.
Only particular VM
Which
name
one?
attached చేయాలి.
Exactly. So if you have any issues with your site to site or point to site, so you have to use VPN troubleshoot. What is your VPN gateway? The VPN gateway, see, you have to select what is the resource group. You don't have, okay, you don't have VPN gateway, that could be the reason it is not showing. Okay, so select the storage account. Why do you need to select the storage account? To store all the logs for your VPN gateway. Select the storage account and start troubleshooting. Once it will troubleshoot and generate all the logs and stored into your storage account, just go on storage account, then identify the logs. It will tell you because which issue you are unable to use the site-to-site connectivity. Okay. So packet capture, again, this packet capture is used to capture all your traffic. What is the packet name? Then just use the storage account or file where you want to store this generated logs, in your machine or in your storage account. It will generate all the logs and store into the particular device or the storage account. So connection troubleshoot. So source and destination virtual machine connection troubleshoot. Okay. So coming to the usage and quotas. Here it will tell you that what is your quota limitations. Have you done with the quota limitation? Here you could see the network watcher. 100% utilization. See how many nickers will be allowed? 65,536. As of now, just we are using one. Not yet completed 1%. This is the quota. By given the quota, how much usage you have done? It will list it on all the things. So this is all about Azure Network Watcher, which is works based on the region, based on the selected region to identify the network issues particularly. Okay. So ఇది మీకు ఎప్పుడు హెల్ప్ అవుతుంది when you are completely working as a Azure guy, you will take care about all this network. When you go for the DevOps, you will need someone online. Okay. So till now we have seen all the network related connectivities and important network topics. From tomorrow again we are just going back to the virtual machines, and after virtual machines just 1 or 2 classes ఉంటుందంతే. Then we will start the automation. The automation starts like this. Just first PowerShell and JSON, Terraform, ఈ మూడు అవుతాయి. ఓకే,
JSON అంటే అది నేర్చుకోవాలి సార్ జావా.
మరి అంత కష్టంగా అయితే ఏమి ఉండదు. జస్ట్ నొటేషన్ లాంగ్వేజ్, రైట్? సో ఇట్స్ వెరీ సిమిలర్, ఇవన్నీ అలానే ఉంటాయి. కమాండ్స్ కాదు, ఇది స్క్రిప్టెడ్. కమాండ్ వేరు, స్క్రిప్టెడ్ వేరు. ఇట్స్ అ డిక్లరేటివ్ లాంగ్వేజెస్.
ఇది పైథాన్ లో కూడా చేయొచ్చు కదా సార్?
పైథాన్ ఆల్సో డిక్లరేటివ్. పైథాన్ కూడా వాడచ్చు. ఓకే, so these are all the things going to be covered in the next classes. So once you've done this, then you can go to the PaaS services, web apps, storage, SQL databases. Once you're done with these app services, then you go for the DevOps again. Git, VSTS, Docker. Okay, any questions so far? Network related topics వచ్చేందుకు ఇది more than enough. ఇంతకంటే మీకు ఎక్స్ట్రా అవసరం లేదు. If you are perfect with this, that is more than enough, 100%. ఇక్కడ దాటి నెట్వర్క్ లో మీకు ఒక సింపుల్ క్వశ్చన్ కూడా రాదు. ఓకే, మీరు రియల్ టైమ్ లోకి వెళ్ళినా కూడా యూ హ్యావ్ టు కన్సిడర్ ఆల్ దీస్ థింగ్స్ ఓన్లీ. రౌట్ టేబుల్ అనేది ఎందుకు వాడతారో కూడా తెలియదు చాలా మంది. మీరు రౌట్ టేబుల్ గురించి 2 minutes మాట్లాడండి, ఎవరికి ఏం అర్థం. రియల్ టైమ్ లో చాలా తక్కువగా ఇంప్లిమెంట్, అంటే వర్క్ చేసినప్పుడు మాత్రమే ఐడెంటిఫై ఉంటుంది. I will show you one scenario in which scenario you can use the route table.
Office 365 చెప్తారా? Office 365 చెప్తారా?
అది మనకు సపరేట్ ఎక్స్చేంజ్ డిఫరెంట్ గా.
కానీ Azure admins చూస్తారు సార్,
వెరీ రేర్.
మా ఫ్రెండ్స్ అంతా వాళ్ళు అదే చూస్తారు.
నేనైతే ఎప్పుడు పని చేయలేదు. మేము పని చేసే చోట ఎవరు లేరు ఆఫీస్ 365. అది వెరీ రేర్. సో
Azure admins ఇప్పుడు
మైట్ బి అయిండొచ్చు. అంటే ఎగ్జాక్ట్ గా ఎవరైతే ఏడి బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ వీళ్ళు వచ్చింటారో, బట్ మీరు వాళ్ళకి క్లస్టర్ కాన్ఫిగరేషన్ ఇవన్నీ వాళ్ళకి రావు. Azure admin is different. Azure admin లో మీకు మల్టిపుల్ టైప్స్ వేసుకోవచ్చు. సో పర్టికులర్ గా ఒకటి ఏడీకి సపరేట్ ఒకరు ఉంటారు, పర్టికులర్ గా ఆఫీస్ 365 ఒకరు ఉంటారు. So rest of all the managers, I mean IaaS and PaaS services managers are different. So Azure admin అంటే అన్ని చేయాలని రూల్ ఏం లేదు. Okay, so this is the architecture. So what you understand by looking at this? So I have 2 regions, West Europe and North Europe. West Europe is the primary data center. North Europe is the secondary data center. So what is the left side? Left side చూడండి.
They are using route tables, Cisco.
Cisco is the router, not a route table. They are using the router. Using that router, they are communicating with the 2 data centers. In this scenario, you have to use the route table to overwrite Microsoft routing with this Cisco CSR 1000 routing. అర్థమవుతుందా లేదా? సో ఇక్కడ వీళ్ళకి ఏమున్నాయి, ఇది అజూర్ టు అజూర్ అనమాట. సో అజూమ్ దట్ లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్ ఆల్ ఆర్ ద బ్యాంక్స్. ఈ లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్ ఉన్నవన్నీ బ్యాంకులు, రైట్ side is the cloud. Their banks are from on-premises. They are trying to access this all the banks from there. So మీరు డిఫాల్ట్ గా ఏ బ్యాంక్ కి వెళ్ళినా కూడా సిస్కో రౌటర్స్ ఉంటాయి. Mostly they will use Cisco routers, all the banks. So when you try to access from this Cisco router to on Microsoft Azure data center, what is this? VPN gateway. So you have to override with the NVA using the route table. ఇలాంటి సినారియోస్ లోనే మనము ఎన్విఎస్ వాడతాం, route tables వాడతాం. So you should not forget that you have to allow the IP forwarding of the particular virtual. Then only you can able to. Okay, so coming to the network. So being as a architect, you have to design solutions like this. You have to understand the customer requirement, then you have to design. మీరు చూడండి అన్ని సింబల్స్ ఉంటాయి. వాట్ ఆర్ ద సింబల్స్? అన్ని నెట్వర్క్ సింబల్స్ ఉంటాయి. వాట్ ఈస్ దిస్? నెట్వర్క్ సెక్యూరిటీ గ్రూప్. సో this is the sub resource group. This is the VNet. When you are trying to hit from all the on-premises to Azure, how you are communicating? VPN gateway. What is this? Azure firewall. Then it will allow into your Azure virtual networks using the VPN gateways. What is this? Express route. Okay, forget about this. ఇది కొంచెం కాంప్లికేటెడ్. ఇది ఎందుకంటే ఇట్స్ ఈక్వినిక్స్ ఈజ్ కంప్లీట్లీ యూజ్డ్ ఫర్ పేమెంట్ గేట్వేస్. ఇప్పుడు మీరు మాస్టర్ కార్డ్ ఏదైనా ఆన్లైన్ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ చేస్తున్నారు, సో మాస్టర్ కార్డ్ అని ఎనీ card, like Visa, Mastercard, RuPay, whatever it may be, they do have their own gateway mechanism. So that gateway, this is your on-premise gateways. Using this gateway, the transaction is going to your Azure. ఇక్కడ Azure కి ఎందుకు వస్తుంది? Azure లో gateway application ఉంది. It is going to hit your gateway application. So this is the primary, this is the secondary.
అదే సార్ సెకండ్ థర్డ్ వన్ అది ఇంకా కాంప్లికేటెడ్.
ఇదా
ఇంకో
ఇదా
సార్ స్లైడ్ థర్డ్ స్లైడ్
అదే ఇదంతా ఇది ఇంకా ఇన్ డీటెయిల్ గా ఉంటుంది. సో ఇలా నెట్వర్క్ డిజైన్ చేస్తాం. ఐ విల్ షో యూ వన్ మోర్. ఆర్కిటెక్ట్ ఒక్కడే చేస్తాడు, దానికి టీం ఉండదు. ఆర్కిటెక్ట్ చేస్తాడు. See, architect not only design the network, you have to design the entire solution. Network, application, database, DevOps, అన్ని చేయాలి. So when he can do this, when he understand that each and every product, each and every service, then only can able to design. సో ఇట్లా నెట్వర్క్ సొల్యూషన్స్ డిజైన్ చేస్తారు. మీ ఐపీ అడ్రసెస్ ఏంటి, విపిఎన్ గేట్వేస్, హౌ యు ఆర్ కమ్యూనికేటింగ్ యూజింగ్ ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ రౌట్, ఇవి తీసి మీకు ఇచ్చేస్తారు అంతే. యూ హ్యావ్ టు ఇంప్లిమెంట్ ఇట్. ఆర్కిటెక్ట్ పని ఏంటి? డిజైన్ చేసి మీకు ఇచ్చేస్తారు. యూ హ్యావ్ టు ఇంప్లిమెంట్ ఇట్, యూ హ్యావ్ టు డిప్లాయ్ ఇట్. See, default routing. ఈ ఐపీ అడ్రస్లు వాడుకున్నాం క్రియేట్ చేయమని చెప్తున్నాం ఫర్ ద అవుట్ బౌండ్ ట్రాఫిక్. అవుట్ బౌండ్కి అంటే ఆన్ ప్రెమిసెస్లో ఏం వాడుతున్నారు అప్పుడు ఎన్విఏ ఉంది, అట్లా అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి. సి అవుట్ బౌండ్ ట్రాఫిక్కి రౌట్ టేబుల్ పెట్టమంటున్నాడు. అవుట్ బౌండ్ ట్రాఫిక్ రౌట్ టేబుల్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ ఇన్ యువర్ ఆన్ ప్రెమిసెస్ they are using the network virtual appliance. For that you have to use the route table. Likewise you have to understand. So ilag designs vastayi from your architect. Based on that you have to start implementing. Design phase separate, implementation phase is different, and production creation is the different. Clear? Any questions so far? So we have done with all the network concepts. From tomorrow we go back to the virtual machine. Okay, any questions? Okay.
మీరు ఇంకా వర్చువల్ మిషన్స్ పెట్టాలి,
ఇంకా కాన్సెప్ట్స్ ఉన్నాయి. We have only talked about a high availability. Spot instructions. Accelerating network is nothing but very simple. See, ఇప్పుడు మీకు సింపుల్ కాన్సెప్ట్ లో అర్థమైపోతుంది యాక్సిలరేటింగ్ నెట్వర్క్. సో you have created energies here. ఏం చేస్తుంది network security group? The network security groups will identify whether it is the right traffic or wrong traffic to allow or deny the network traffic. అప్పుడు మీకు ఇక్కడ ఏమవుతుంది? There is some latency. అంటే it should verify and allow it. Whether it is a valid packet, it will allow. Right?
Default గా 3 ఉంటాయి.
To apply where you are applying. So default గా it will take some time to identify whether it is the right traffic or not. So to avoid this, నాకు ఆ టైం కూడా వేస్ట్ అవ్వద్దు. అప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తానంటే while you creating your virtual machine, this accelerated networking only applicable for the high-end machines. Go to the networking. ఇది నాకు అలో చేయదు. Why? If I go back to my page, if I select you have to choose the high-end machine.
High series.
High series. ఇవన్నీ వాడరు, వెరీ రేర్. ఇప్పుడు ఏమైంది? యాక్సిలరేటెడ్ నెట్వర్కింగ్ ఆన్ అయింది. సో వన్స్ యూ ఇంప్లిమెంటెడ్ యువర్ నెట్వర్క్ సెక్యూరిటీ రూల్స్ ఫర్ దిస్ విర్చువల్ మెషిన్ ఆల్సో, it directly hit your machine. Inside the machine it will verify after traffic hit your machine. So appudu emoutundi, this accelerated networking concept is nothing but it will enable latency, enable low latency. for the high throughput. అంటే if you don't select this accelerated networking, it will wait in front of your machine whether it will check whether it is the right packet or wrong packet to allow or deny into that, then it will allow into that if it is the right packet. Accelerated networking చేస్తుంది directly the packet allowed to your machine, inside the machine in the hardware level it will check. అదే accelerated networking. That's it. అంతే, ఇంకేం లేదు. మీకు ఎక్కడ దానివల్ల యూజ్ ఏమీ కనబడదు. ఓకే, సో విల్ టాక్ అబౌట్ లేటర్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద స్పాట్ ఇన్స్టాన్సెస్, దట్ ఇస్ ద డిఫరెంట్ థింగ్.
ఇప్పుడు సబ్జెక్ట్ 2000 వరకు లీవ్స్ రేట్ బట్ కానీ ఇక్కడ ఇమేజ్ తీసుకున్నప్పుడు సైజు 4 అది ఓన్లీ 4 వరకే మనం సపోర్ట్ చేస్తాం.
అది ఫ్రీ ట్రయల్ కదా, నువ్వు రియల్ సబ్స్క్రిప్షన్ కొన్నా అంటే అలో చేస్తారు.
ఎస్క్యూఎల్ సర్వర్ లెవెల్లో కూడా ఒక ఫ్రీ ట్రయల్ ఒక రీజియన్ లో మాత్రమే సైజ్ ఇస్తారు, అదే రీజియన్ లో ఇంకోటి రాదు.
ఇవన్నీ ఫ్రీ ట్రయల్ లిమిటేషన్స్. మీరు పేజ్ ఒక తీసుకున్నామంటే యూ కెన్ డూ వాట్ ఎవర్ యూ వాంట్, యూ కెన్ ప్లే విత్ ఇట్.
అందులో సీక్వెల్ సర్వర్ డిఫాల్ట్ గా వచ్చేస్తుంది సార్.
సీక్వెల్ సర్వర్ VM లో SSMS డేటాబేస్ అన్ని రెడీ అన్ని వచ్చేస్తాయి.
విచ్ వర్షన్ ఇస్తారు?
అన్ని ఉన్నాయి, 2016, 14, 12, 19 ఆల్ వర్షన్స్ అవైలబుల్. Okay, any questions? Okay, tomorrow 8 o'clock. Okay, again we'll check the rest of the virtual machine concepts.